Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Mog's Workshop, and today we're going to be painting, but we're also going to be printing. Look at this little fellow, let's give him a go, shall we? He's lots of fun, little thermal printer. Here he goes, 3 layers and a protective layer. Oh, he's printed out some rather nice posters we're going to decorate our room with. More on that later. Right, here we go, on with the painting. And we'll start with the front door, why not? And it looks a little bit streaky at first because we're going with very thin coats of this nice little green here and a nice layer on top of a different sort of green, and we want it looking like a little bit of a distressed sort of streaky effect here. It's not a brand new door, and this central feature here we'll pick out with some yellow with a little bit of a shade on it, and there you go, it's looking quite nice, isn't it? Okay, what's this thing here? This is a very fancy thing, a little marker pen, but it's with paint. Marvellous. And let's sort out the fridge, shall we? Again, we're going to make it a little bit grimy, not too grim. Same with the rest of the features of the room. We don't want it to look absolutely disgusting. After all, someone lives here. But we do want it to look a little bit lived in. Let's get the door frame done as well. Ooh, it's all coming together. Look at that. Rather nice. Yeah, we'll add a little bit of detail here with some white just to run across the rim there. Nice and easy, not too challenging, but makes all the difference. Same with the air conditioner. We'll go with an orange here because it's rather jolly. Don't worry, there'll all sorts of details be added to this later. Ooh, hello, what's going on here? You remember that we put in that stuff to stop the paint from sticking? Kind of a rubbery goo. Here we go, we're going to pluck it out. Very satisfying. It's all done. And on the other side too. And this one comes out a lot easier. A little bit of grot there we'll take out with the old cocktail stick. And this little fella is almost ready for the next step. Let's see if it works. Yes, look, the light only comes through where we wanted it to. We've secured the little LED in place with a little bit of PVA. And the same thing here for these little downlighters. We're going to go with pink for these, why not, eh? Ooh, talking of masking, here is the little piece of tape that we put on the door for our little door locky thing. Let's pull this off. This is also deeply satisfying and very neat. Haha. Ooh, back to the fridge. We're going to put this little piece of styrene here to create a diffuser for the light that's going to be behind it. And then we'll work on the little shelves with this canopy glue. Why canopy glue? Well, it dries crystal clear and it'll make our little glass shelves look like, well, it looks like they're just floating there once they're in place. Scrape off all of the excess because we don't want it to look all gloopy, but once it's all done, it should look rather spiffing. Let's have a little look, shall we? Okay, spin him around, and there we are, all in place, diffuser behaving itself, and the other shelf needs to go in. So there's the hole that I made. Did I make the hole in the right place? Let's have a look to see if I made the hole in the right place. I made the hole in the right place. Yes, look, it works. That looks okay, and it should look better when the little fronts on the fridge. And did the door work? Yes, the hole for the door is also in the right place. Amazing. It's all happening. And the downlighters as well. Yes, the little pink light will shine through those quite happily. And there's all sorts of other bits and pieces to go in, of course, that all need lights. And this thing here, it's a yellow filament light and I hate it. Let's swap it with blue. Yes, that looks much more sci-fi, much more jolly. I think this will suit the scene a lot better. So we've put the downlighters in and the air conditioning unit, and here's behind the scenes of all the lights stuck in. Let's move on to detailing, and it's decals time. Let's put these little fellows around this window frame. It's not a window frame, actually, it's a frame for a couple of little kind of computer screens, but you know what I mean, kind of looks like a window frame, so why don't we call it that? Let's stick these in here, a little bit of water application, nudge it in place with a Q-tip, and Bob is your father's brother. It is all taking shape, all coming together. But don't worry, there's lots more to do before this is ready. Oh, the door, for instance. Look, we've found this little number here. We've put it in the door, and we've started to add a lot more decals, a lot more detail to really pull this thing together. Yeah, speaking of detail, we carried on into the long nights, and we managed to get all of this done. A little bit of patience required, but look how shiny these things are. We need to meet my friend Matt. Matte Varnish. He's going to cure this problem. Right, so we set up our little model here, and we get a little blib of matte varnish onto a little bit of plastic here, add a bit of water to thin it out so it kind of paints on nice and smooth. We'll find our offending decal, of which there are many, and paint it on. Just paint it on as if it's a little normal paint, but it'll dry invisibly matte, and look, it's already started to make a difference. The ones next to it are super shiny. Couple more layers and this will really start to disappear. Let's see what it looks like when we've done all of them. Well, not quite all all of them because there are a few things we want to be shiny, things that look like gauges or lights or sort of thing. Well, here's a good example, a dial here on this MacGuffin. We'll keep that shiny. Talking of shiny things, all of the stuff from our lovely printer, that's got to go on. We've got to do the desk, we've got to put the little computer on it somehow, and also the bed. Ooh, lots to do. See you next time on Mog's Workshop.